Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the old school new vibes, where the older and the new G's speak about the golden era and the modern era. Old school, new school, need the murder.
Yeah.
I call it rap, I call it MC, I call it getting money, I call it well-being, I call it street talk. Me, I see the broader meaning, so let the streets talk. I call it.
Yeah, that's the broader meaning instrumental.
Go get that album, y'all.
OSNV, we are back.
We back, y'all.
How y'all doing?
We had a little technical glitch
hiatus.
in the last one. Some stupid shit happened, but anyway, we're back. And we're gonna make sure this one comes out with the video.
Yeah, the audio version of the last one is still up on YouTube, so you can still catch that.
You can put two and two together and figure out what happened.
We got the new Braille version too, just in case, you know.
Yeah, the instrumental you heard was the broader meaning instrumental from the Easy Architecture LP. Y'all know we dropped the album back in June.
Go download that.
Yeah,
so
check it out.
If you got those diss tracks ready, you know, you can just
diss tracks.
Pico pick one of our instrumentals on it, and then you can diss us on it if you want.
Nah, never that.
But the instrumentals dropped on the 13th, man. So y'all could go use that. If you're a freestyle rapper, go jump on one of those beats, man. If you want to use it for your social media content, whatever, you know, jump on one of our beats. And I also said, man, if you post something with one of the beats and you tag us on it, if you reach 100 likes, I got a gift for you. I'll DM you, you know, and I'll send some to you for rocking with us. So definitely, you know, if you get a chance, go do that. I'd like to hear what y'all got and what y'all can spit over it.
Word up. So what's new, fellas?
That and I have to commend Ease's like just work ethic because it's on a. So that happened, right? We dropped that, and then we dropped this, and then he already has another EP coming.
Yeah,
I'm
like, 8-track EP
I ain't even
called.
finished reloading.
And I ain't even put the title out yet. So here's where the title will premiere. It's called Perpetual Living. It's 8 tracks produced by Gustavo Beats, who I met on Instagram. If you haven't heard any of his beats, go check him out. Gustavo Beats on Instagram.
It's sounding
You got to
dope.
keep it moving.
I like that
Yeah,
beat
man.
that
And you launched the website.
I did. I launched the website, easetheengineer.com. That went live last week. So all the same stuff that I got out, but now it's like a one-stop shop where everybody who finds me on different platforms, they could all come together and see everything
like
on
your
easetheengineer.com. Yeah.
Word up.
That's
word
dope,
up. Yeah, man. And speaking of like the work ethic, I've been saying that I want to keep it moving, but I've been trying to find the system to be most efficient. And I think I got it. I like
your formula.
I got one project out that we pushing. I got another one that's being mixed and mastered, and I'm writing the next one. I'm writing the next one.
That's beautiful. That's
and I
how
think
you
if
do
I
it.
keep moving like that and keep putting content out, I'll feel
That's how companies
on the
are
top
successful.
of my game. Yeah, word. So
Only thing is you're wearing all those hats, and it's like, you know, you just have to balance that.
So
On
that's
top
what
of
I
that, being a
changed.
father, 2 kids, come on, son.
Word, and which makes it more difficult. But I've actually changed that. So I've last year I started out doing everything myself, and I was proud of how I was moving and the fact that I was still getting stuff done. But the way that I'm trying to move faster is I'm branching out and I'm delegating responsibilities, like, so that I'm not doing everything myself. So shout out to Luminary, who's handling the audio portion. So he's mixing and mastering stuff. He's producing stuff for me. So I'm excited
I like
about
what y'all did on the Easy Architecture. I mean,
I think the collaboration was good. You know, I set him up with some, samples and some sounds and basically the better music, and he added the groove, which I thought went pretty good. And he also added his own sounds. He's sprinkled the soul too.
Sprinkle.
Word. So
what's up, son? You did.
Loon got his own sound. I like that. He adds his own his flavor, like the icing on the cake to the project.
And low key, he don't rhyme, but he knows how to do hooks. He'll take your verses and he'll just chop them up in a way where he's still
his audio editing. His editing
still gotta
is still advanced.
It's got its own. It's got its own sound to it. Like you could tell that's his work.
And then shout out to Stu at the Gallery Records. He's been doing some videos for me, man. I just put out a reel for Broader Meaning.
Yes.
So I've been focusing on short form content for now, but we did about 4 in a day. And the next time we meet up in a couple of weeks, we'll try to do another 4 more.
That we even do some here, man, at the high end, man. Shout out to the high end.
Shout out to the high end, man.
Always
This
having
spot
us,
is
man.
dope.
This
Story,
definitely,
story
listen,
in New York.
Yeah, if y'all looking for videos or just a spot to chill, or you want to throw a little,
So
small
a little
gathering,
get together, watch
it's a
the
dope
game,
spot,
watch
man.
the
real
fights,
professional,
right?
real professional. Yeah,
It's
definitely.
a dope setup here, man. B7, I got the new tees, heavy cotton tees for the summer.
Like those.
Got the new design. Got
Yeah,
the whole
I'm still
squad
waiting
here.
for my toys, bro.
I got the whole squad here. That's next. Working on
That's monster.
the comic. It's been a long journey. So yeah, man, I'll make more announcements as I get closer. But
Yeah, nah, bro, cook.
it's a long process, especially when you wear a lot of hats like Ease.
Yeah.
You know, I see animation is another level, man, because even things like, franchise like Goku, right, Dragon Ball Z, right? And they got a team, and it takes mad time for seasons to get developed, man.
Yeah.
For drawing, animation is, especially when it's not done digitally, you know what I mean? Like that helps, but a lot of those like digital, they're just recycling stuff that they had drew years ago in other movies, and they're just, it's ill how, but when you're doing freehand and you're doing like newer scenes and like close hand-to-hand combat, yo.
I caught a compliment off my B7 shirt when I was wearing it. I forgot what store I was in, but the cashier was like, "Oh, yeah,
Nice.
you're an anime guy?" She was like, "Yeah, I love anime. I like the shirt. That's great." I'm like, "Yeah, no, not at all. I'm not." But I was like, "Well, one of my people's he handles the merch and he takes care of. This is kind of like his brand." So
That feels good, man, to hear stuff like that. At least acknowledgement. Somebody recognizes your work.
yeah,
So it's always a good thing.
No, I definitely I love anime, man. And my
If
son,
anything, you're the biggest anime head out of all of us.
my son is getting into it crazy, right? It's dope because this summer, me working from home too. Like I think we caught up on like all the anime I grew up on. Well, at least a lot of it, right? And he loves it. Like this is crazy. He's like, yo, we got. And then now I'm seeing him listen to like, a lot of the content creators that, or just reaction videos, but they also have exclusive like insight to like shit going on and same things that I listen to, and I catch them listening to those.
that's dope. Yeah,
for those Easter eggs and all that. But yo, son, definitely looking forward to more of that and more videos, man. Like next.
Well, yeah, we're planning to do a video for Master Ceremony. That's in the works. That's going to be in the works for the fall.
Shout out to Slash. Slash is gonna be here.
oh word.
Yeah. Before the end of the year.
Is he in Cali? Where is he from?
He's from Paris.
France. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
man. It's funny because it's like
They having the Olympics over there right now.
yeah. Oh man. we'll jump into that real quick, but Slash, man, I can't wait for him to come out here. So definitely make it special when he's out here. We'll get up.
I don't know why I thought he was from Cali for some reason.
Maybe
So he's on the
maybe
other side of the world.
Maybe his style and beats. Maybe.
Yo, he literally is on the other side. When I speak to him, it's like such a time difference.
Like 6
Sometimes when
hours.
I'm going to sleep, maybe even more.
You be waking him up. You be
It's like
waking him
6
up.
hours.
Yeah,
Vice
you be
versa.
waking him up.
Nah, he even tells me, he's like, yo, I'm not in the studio today.
That's funny, man.
But,
Yeah,
yo,
shout out to Slash Beats, man. He's got some bangers, man.
Word. Produce Masters of Ceremony, which you'll see the video
Masters of
once we
Ceremony.
complete.
Word up. He did a lot of joints on your album too, right? Your
The
solo
GPS
album.
album.
Yeah, it was just pretty much him and Loom. Loom did everything. And got some in the works stuff, man. But more when more is done, more will be said.
More will be announced.
More announcements to come.
Yeah.
We're
But
keeping busy.
what you just said, son, because we could jump on into that topic.
There's a lot.
Olympics,
Listen,
man.
we got to catch up
There's
on a
so
lot.
much, but
We
what's
don't wanna
crazy? There's
OD.
every day there's shit now. I feel like
Something's happening every day. I mean, the last time
man.
we came here to shoot the podcast, we were talking about the failed assassination on
Yeah,
Trump, and we
right.
were giving our theories to that. And then after that, fucking your boy Sleepy Joe dropped out of the race.
Real quick, what do you
Right,
think
yeah,
about
that happened like 2 days
about that?
after.
Yeah, yo, that's crazy. And
He
that's
dropped out of the race. Now Kamala's running, and
Yeah.
I personally, I don't like to get too political, because we're more of like hip hop, entertainment, music. But I mean, we gotta speak about the elephant in the room, right? We're dealing with like big
Life.
elections coming up.
Yeah.
So we just got to give our 2 cents about it. But yeah, it's crazy right now. I feel like we're living in a comedy movie, bro.
Yo, it is.
Idiocracy.
I mean,
Idiocracy is one of them.
We should take like a quick highlight collage of videos of how many times we reference idiocracy, bro.
Yeah, because it's more relevant now than ever.
Than fucking ever. Is man, you need to go see that. But I mean, we could discuss it. I look at it like, I know it does influence our bottom line, right? When certain laws are passed, but I always tell you, man, it's the same puppet master, and it's just different hands, bro. They got the left over here and the right, man, but they're both part of the same puppet master.
Two wings of the same bird.
Word,
that
right?
shit. I try to not say that quote, but yeah, pretty much.
It applies though. It applies. Yeah.
It
At the end of the
does.
day, it's more of a class thing. Like the rich elite people are good. They always be good no matter what happens. It's just the working class people that always get fucked over.
Yeah.
No matter who's president.
And you make it
know
through,
what I mean?
right? Because you make it through, people survive, but then there's different levels of what's more difficult, what's easier at times, depending on how things go.
Yeah, and during that process, your rights and your freedoms get stripped away little by little, but
they do everything incrementally, bro. It's like, even when you look back in history, I think we've spoken about this, and we talk about how Native Americans, right? And they'll reference like certain wars, and it almost give you the illusion that, that war happened, this was lost, and like this is how the West was wrong, quote unquote. No, but this shit happened through generations, bro. This is just little by little, more came over. Now they're bringing religion in. Now they're creating taxes, and because they're overwhelming the populace, right? And they just overran them to the point where, to not be total brutes and fucking savages, they gave them these little reservations and shit, right? And gave them that. And you'll be so surprised what happens in these reservations, bro. How you could really thrive. And, if you were from that origin, which we all are, but that's another conversation. But, bro, this is what they did. And then they brought in the education system. And then when shit really, really, really got crazy for us here is when the Rothschilds in the 1920s and 40s, when they changed everything, bro. Pharmaceuticals, education system,
central banking,
and they couldn't. And the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, these families literally changed everything, bro. And they still control everything, right? It's funny. We were at a friend's house, right? And it was a dope spot, right? And it was like definitely in the millions, right? And I know the dude, and not to make it all personal, but that guy made decent amount of money, right? But when he referenced the place, he was like, no, this is not, I can't afford this kind of stuff. This is old money, right? And, it was a white dude, but old money. It's different kind of money. You know what I mean, bro? You could be making money, but this, like, the way you spend money nowadays, bro, is crazy. You gotta, it's not riches, it's wealth. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the difference, man. To tie back into politics, generations. It is. But that's what they want that thin line. They don't want the people who are at the brink of becoming rich and to that. They don't want them creeping in like that because they don't want any of they want to shift the paradigm. They don't want somebody to come in and like take control. And it's when somebody gets too above their bridges, what happens, bro? They'll come tumbling you down. Bill Cosby, Kanye, all these radicals that do want to change the world. And they're probably equivalent, their mentality is probably the same as these other people are because this is why they're bumping heads. You know what I mean? Because to really rule the world, you have to have some kind of wild, zany kind of mentality, bro.
Yeah.
But these are the ones who do change the world, good or bad. But so when they see someone trying to, they're like, bro, I'll let you come up the ranks, and then they got to
stay in line.
Stay in line.
You see,
bro.
They just recently announced that fucking there's an outbreak now. That monkeypox shit is back,
bro, but
right in time for the elections, right?
But speaking of the assassination you said before, when you look back at this right now, right, looking in hindsight now, we see how actually close this dude was. It's fucking crazy. So just understand, right? So it looks so rigged, right? Because there's so many people saying that how many laws were broken for them not inspecting and already catching this on the radar, right?
Yeah.
So
it's
many
like they let it
people
happen.
have to be behind this. when they say, "Oh, Trump did that for himself," right? Okay, because someone could think that, oh, he did that like, to make himself look like the martyr, right?
Yeah.
But then when
that's
you
a
see,
huge risk to take.
It's not just
for
his
that.
people that are in charge of that. The Secret Service of the running,
government
office that's in play right now is behind this.
Yeah.
So what? It fell off their radar too. You know what I mean? There's so
many variables.
People that got to be involved in this, bro.
Yeah.
So it tells you that they're all together, bro. This is why they're all together, and they just have to give you that rivalry, bro.
Well, the rivalry is basically when they give you a choice, you think you have an illusion of freedom. And George Carlin said this. The choice is an illusion of freedom, just like Coca, Pepsi, shit like that. So having a choice, left or right, it kind of distracts you from.
I chose this.
It makes you feel like you belong to, like you're a part of something, but you're not a part of shit. It's
because they have that whole.
They're the ones making all the decisions.
2025 agenda, whatever. What's that shit called?
I haven't really read too much into Agenda 2025.
Right? But
but they were putting it on Trump.
Right. So Trump took that and he altered it, right? And even his altered version has crazy shit, right? But do you know that the Democratic angle, their agenda is fucking just as, if not crazier, bro?
Yeah.
So they're both shit. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you have to. Which shit pill do you want, bro? The shit.
I feel like no matter who gets elected, something's gonna get crazy on any side, on either side. People are gonna wild out no matter what.
But I don't think it'll be in terms of like. I mean, maybe a lone riot, but I don't think that it's going to be something where life's gonna go on, bro. Life always goes on.
100%.
And the thing is that when the new thing hits the news, all of a sudden that old thing gets forgotten about. At some point, it's a cycle. This stuff passes. How many times before did we think that the world was going to be in uproar and, some noise was made and life went on? Life's going to go on. Your life especially is going to go on. And, you do the best that you can. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Facts, man.
I've had enough about politics.
Yeah. Let's get into
you had mentioned the Olympics, which I thought was the Olympics. You were going to jump in.
Oh, we got to talk about that fucking breakdancing
shit.
That breakdancing chick. She's notorious now, bro. Yeah. Ray gun.
But even with the how it even started, right? That whole
with the opening ceremony, right? It's like super weird. It's fucking.
This is where we're at, bro.
Bleep that out. I'm gonna get canceled for that.
Yo, this is where we're at, where that shit is like crazy. It was entertaining. I don't know what it is.
It was
bro.
weird. There was one clip they didn't focus on. They showed like the pale horseman going through the river. It was like part of the intros at night.
You saw Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate was like, "Yo, that's it. Next year, next Olympics, I'm going in as a transgender. That's it. I'm gonna go into women's boxing. I'm gonna fuck all of them up."
He's a former kickboxer. He's got some kickboxing.
It's crazy
accolades.
that happened, bro. Did you see those highlights?
I think the real purpose.
You're going in and out.
Sometimes I think the real purpose is this right here. If they don't do that, then we're not talking about it. Then the whole world ain't talking about it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like it's almost taken to that degree just so that it's spoken about, because in the world, even more so now that, everything has its life cycle and then you move on to something else, it gets you talking about it. It gets every podcast talking about it. It gets every personality putting a video about their reaction. All that is just...
But that's what gets the views.
Right.
Like the hot topics.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But man, this shit, when I first saw it, I didn't really have context to it. I just saw this lady in the green tracksuit.
Yo,
looking all silly, man.
I can't.
Rolling around the floor. Like, what are you doing, lady? Like, how did she make it that far? So it makes me wonder, somebody behind the scenes let her in.
Her husband
is a judge or some shit.
He's the one that pretty much checks off on.
But man, if you were her.
So I wasn't watching this. Were there any actual real breakdancers, or did everybody?
Oh, it was okay. Amazing.
There was real breakdancers.
Okay. Which makes her look even more ridiculous then, because of everybody else that she competed against.
I think Static Selector, he had posted something just
the comments
speaking about that.
The comments, the people were roasting the shit out of her.
I'm sorry. He was like, there was so many dope dances there, and none of them are getting the light
because but again,
The horrible one.
that's
There was one horrible one.
Crazy.
And that's it. That's where all the attention went.
And then there were like dozens of amazing.
And based off her performance, they nixed it, or you think they were going to nix it no matter what?
I think because of the lap, like, and this is
The
crazy.
scrutiny it got, maybe,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
meanwhile, the ceremony is fine. You can get
Yeah,
scrutinized
I hear that.
ethically and for so many
No,
other
it got
things.
scrutinized a lot.
Yeah, but it's
the
fine.
intro,
Like,
it got a lot
you
of backlash. A lot of backlash.
It did from critics.
The whole
but you
Last
don't see
Supper
them-
shit they
yeah,
did.
I know, but you don't see them like
Talk about we're not going to do an intro anymore.
like, or something like
But
that,
you're not gonna
or
do a
even
stupid intro
or
like
even
that.
apologizing. You don't really,
Nobody apologized for
for
that.
that.
But
So
I mean-
with this, they're like, fucking get these out of here, and it's fucked up because there were really dope people on there, man. So it almost makes you feel like, yo, was that a plant in there too, right?
Let's be honest. Who's really watching the Olympics? You watching that? Are you watching that? I'm not fucking. I don't give a fuck about the
life, bro.
Olympics.
I just watch highlights now.
I watch
Everything
highlights.
is like
Yeah, we
fucking-
TikTok generation. We watch little clips, but no, there's people that really look forward to it. You know, they watch it from beginning to end, all the games and all that shit. They made memes about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
dude,
yeah, I'm
that
sure there's, yeah.
Austrian,
I'm
whatever
sure
the fuck dude.
every dancer,
That guy that
every
was
B-boy
shooting with his
watched
hand
that
in his
shit.
pocket.
From Turkey.
Yeah, the Turkish dude,
That was
yeah.
impressive.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
caught
going to
a
lie.
silver medal.
Only
Yeah.
because
He was just like-
so-
with the naked eye. That was the
and
real
here's the
golden
thing.
eye.
I don't
with
watch
his hand
this
in his
stuff.
pocket.
Yeah.
I don't watch this stuff. So as I'm seeing him, I'm like, what the hell's the big deal? Until I saw the other contestants and the gadgets and all the stuff that they had on their face.
RoboCop shit.
Then it's a big deal.
Yeah.
That
So he
made it
just
a big
went-
deal
like,
because
he
he
just-
was just
yeah.
there with nothing but his glasses and
Luke
just
Skywalker, that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, but back to this Australian lady. Yeah, one of the comments had me rolling. He said, "You got a real hidden talent there. You need to hide it further." Yo, she was getting roasted, bro. Roasted.
Yo,
in the comments. People are ruthless. That's the
Yeah.
thing. When you get that level of notoriety on
I
something,
wonder how like what was her like, when did she come in? Was she second, third? Because you can't see some of that amazing stuff that was there and then think you could come out with this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and she
She
did
did
that
the
shit
bunny hops.
Yo, she did it confidently.
Yeah.
This is the
She
thing,
had
right?
swag and she had a swag look to her face, like
the overconfidence.
like she was bringing it, like yeah, like she
Why
was
she's a
doing
fuck-
like she was
I
doing
think
her
it was
thing and
It
shit.
was a plant, bro. No distraction, but it is what it
It
is.
was. It got everybody talking. Like
Yeah.
the Hawk Tour girl, she's still doing her thing.
She threw out
She's
the
on-
first
she's
pitch
like
at
on
the
tour
Mets
and shit.
game.
She came to the
What?
Mets game?
That
The
she
fuck?
threw out the
Word?
first pitch.
Oh
No,
shit.
no
Yeah.
way.
They brought her out to New York? I didn't know
No
that.
way, son. Get
Threw out the first
fuck-
pitch, man. And look, I'm not knocking anybody. Like, do your thing. Take your 15 minutes or 15 hours. It
Yeah.
seems like take it. But like,
That is crazy.
I mean, I don't really think that going viral is the reason for you to earn throwing out the first pitch at a Mets game.
It
I
is
mean,
when you got views on
Yo,
you. When
I don't want to
when you
sound
bring
like
views.
a dad. but
guess,
I
but-
guess, fuck it. I'm a dad. But do you see what kind of inspiration that is for, females? Or now they're like, oh, I just got to be a zany bitch and fucking say some crazy off the hook shit.
Here's
Not that
my
they weren't
argument.
trying
Here's
already.
my argument to that because
True.
she got
That is
she was
true.
being herself.
She was being herself.
Yeah.
She wasn't looking to get
Yeah,
that viral
yeah.
moment. It was just
How
came.
it got
It came naturally.
sensationalized. Yeah.
Just answering
those guys
questions.
doing the interviews on the street, and her friend were out drinking, whatever, having fun, and she just said that shit, and it just blew
It
the
just-
fuck
it
up.
went
But she
viral.
didn't ask for it.
So you
she's
don't-
getting
you-
mad hate from people, but like
So I
she didn't
just-
ask.
She's getting love though too. Yeah.
She's getting love too.
Look,
but Jake
yeah,
Paul
I'm not
was
hating on
fucking
it,
taking
but I'm
pictures
just
with her.
saying, like, because I do see a lot of other videos now of girls trying to do insane
Yeah,
Do the
now
shit.
they
same-
want- yeah.
but when it's forced, it
But
won't
it's
happen.
forces,
Yeah.
and you could see through it. You could see right through it.
Yeah, but these girls are saying some real retarded,
Yeah,
crazy shit. And then just me seeing my nieces and all, I'm like, yo, you're gonna see this fucking 20 years
She
from
just
now.
seems from what you see like on other interviews like a genuinely
But
cool
you know what
person.
I did here?
You know
I
what
heard
mean?
that was an old video too. So if
From
it
how long ago?
I don't know, but if it got resurfaced, that means somebody invested in that and fucking went viral with that shit. Because if that's this is what I'm.
Yeah.
When things go viral, bro, man, that shit
Takes
is
off.
it's by design too, though, man. I know it
Yeah.
sounds crazy,
You
but
think so?
yeah, man.
Some things aren't by design. Some things just happen.
No, yeah,
Some things just catch fire,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
That isn't okay, right? What those anomalies, we'll call them, right? We used to catch them on.
That's a big college word right there.
Yo, we used to catch them on what? On fucking World Star, right? But to
Yeah.
get on World Star, there's money has to be exchanged. You either paying to get on there or they're paying you for the content.
But
right?
somebody still control that. This is different. You're posting your stuff on your own platform, and the app don't care.
You don't need World Star for that.
Yeah,
The app don't care because you can pay and still not go viral. The app only cares that people stay on it and don't scroll. And if people stay on it and don't scroll, it's gonna show it.
How
to
did this
everybody.
go viral through YouTube or Twitter?
I think it was a YouTube short, right? And
I don't remember. I saw
think
it
it's
on
TikTok.
IG. Maybe TikTok. Seems like everything
Because I
is
feel like
TikTok.
everything is fucking TikTok
Yeah.
right now.
They're the ones setting
Which
off
I
the
find
trends.
weird, not for nothing.
Which I
I've
think
started
we need to
trying to
big up
use
our
it and
TikTok
the
fucking-
content on it. I mean, maybe I'm not following the right stuff, but I find the content weird. I don't know.
Some
That's just
of
my
the
opinion.
shit is like real deep fucking like
Deep space
conspiracy.
shit.
Or
Yeah.
the dumbest
shit.
shit you'll ever
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Like it's
Or
dances.
either
Yeah.
or.
And bro, and dances. There's
Yeah.
mad fucking. That's what TikTok does. Is fucking TikTok dances and
Yeah,
shit.
but I feel like Twitter, now that Elon owns it, it's like less censored, but now it's more
It's a
towards
lot.
Oh, did you-
right leaning ideologies. You
Did
know
you
what I
hear
mean?
that interview with Trump?
I didn't. I started listening to it and
Yo,
I
you
just
saw what
continued living
Kamala
my
said?
life and I didn't. I finished it.
Her response was like, oh yeah,
Whose response?
Kamala's something about them, being, older. They couldn't.
Didn't that shit
know
get
how to
cyber?
fix-
Didn't that shit get hacked? Like
Yeah, but
they had technical issues.
She made a joke about it. She said something about they don't know how to work it, like something to that regard. Where it's
She's
like,
so fake, bro. She is so fake.
but everything is fake. Bro.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm a Trump
Nobody
fan,
seems
but
genuine though. I'll tell you that.
she
much.
seems so. At least Trump is out there taking interviews,
100%.
talking from.
that I
he's not
got.
talking from a script or a teleprompter. He's just
He's off
telling
the
it how he
rip. He's
sees
off the
it.
rip. Yeah,
He's off the rip, and she's not
He
even taking no
sounds
interviews.
Very cognitively inclined, bro.
No, but he does say off the wall stuff
Shit,
too.
because he just
So
says
that
off
means
the
that
wall
if
shit,
if he's cognitively inclined, that means that he really believes some of the off the wall. Like it's coming from the heart.
Yeah.
You know
that
what?
can be scary.
Yeah.
And
No, it is. It is.
She's just saying
But
a lot of
it's good.
scripted shit, though.
I'm sorry. Of course, we're gonna have to reference Joe Rogan, the Godfather podcast, right?
Trump threw some darts at him though recently.
But they were cute darts. They were a little cute. Yeah, cute. And he's not
Not
really
really.
100% mad at it. Because you also got to remember.
I feel like Trump. He got thin
he is a
skin.
thumper.
he does.
He's got
He
thin
does.
skin.
Yeah, he don't like. He don't like. No,
anything rubs him the wrong way, he's gonna go at you.
But he just
could be
had,
a bum on the street. He'll take it personal if you. Yeah. It's like
Joe-
worst hobo I
ever seen in my life. You need to
go.
Yo,
Right?
You got that knocked
Shane Gillis.
down. Yeah,
Shane
you
Gillis.
got pretty good there, yeah.
Yo, you need to see that episode where Shane Gillis is doing
And
Trump
Biden, yes, I saw
and
that.
Biden on
Yeah.
Kill Tony.
Oh my god, that was
Fucking
crazy.
hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
Hilarious. And then when Joe Rogan came out, he was like, "Oh, I love this guy." Right?
Yeah.
That was dope. But on Joe Rogan, he was they were just speaking about delusion, right? And it was like, I forgot the fighter that was on there, man. Not bad. That was
It might have been just somebody else. I don't know if it was a fighter.
That was a fighter because he was saying how if he looked. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was Adam Sandler, right? And it was just talking about how
I was watching the Adam Sandler one.
how when you look back at shit, right, and you like see how bad you were, and you gotten great, right? But to look back and see how bad you were, in order for you to still continue, you need some kind of delusion. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Right.
So it's crazy how
Yes,
you
I
know,
remember that part.
So it's like
You need to be a little delusional,
to a
but you
certain
got to have
degree.
some type of talent behind that because you just can't be
Yeah.
delusional and get by.
And
you
have
can't be
nothing-
trash.
nothing
Just
that
tell
you
yourself
can't-
you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nothing
exactly.
you can't water. You gotta be
Yeah.
able to water it and grow.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
but anything you can water.
You got to
and really
believe
grow.
in
You
yourself,
gotta-
even if it's a little
to the
delusional.
next level. So Trump being delusional. I think. I mean, no, he had own money anyway too, because
His pops.
he had crazy. But his stuff is successful too, man. I mean, to this day, right? Like there's still.
He's had a lot of successful things, but a lot of businesses that failed too. And that's why the left was getting at him a lot during his first presidency because of that shit. Like a lot of failed businesses and shit like that. But anyway, fuck all that, bro.
So let's get to Deadpool.
We keep going
man,
back to
'cause,
going back to politics.
Let's get to
what's
Deadpool
going
because
on?
I got a lot of opinions on a lot of the stuff.
Deadpool and
So,
Wolverine
First
was
off,
fire.
spoilers coming
First
up.
off,
I mean, it's all over the damn
watch out
internet.
for spoilers.
If you haven't seen spoilers by now and you haven't seen the movie, what are
Everyone's
you
seen that
doing?
shit,
Like,
man.
yeah,
What are you doing with your life?
yeah, word. But yeah. First off, your impression overall.
I had fun. I went with Wifey, and we were in a room with like a bunch of comic book nerds.
Yeah.
And so all the big scenes were getting like those reactions. So
hyped it up too.
That's what's the good thing about going to the theater and seeing it in person and not bootlegging it and streaming it.
But it can also sway your opinion too. You know what I mean?
But that's the good thing about it, because you get a live reaction.
Good or bad, you know, and it also depends on the crowd too, right? But I didn't find anything really 100% negative to say about it, like to the point where I'm like,
we're gonna get a boys night and go all see it in the theaters again.
I think, I don't know. Do you have something like that you didn't like about the
I
script?
No. I thought that it was an enjoyable movie. I had fun.
A lot of fan service.
Yeah, a lot of fan service, but done reasonably well. I didn't see anything that I just flat out criticized while I was watching it. But I will say two things. One, there was it was almost as many like F-bombs as like Casino. And like, I mean, maybe we didn't need all of them in every single spot they used them. I noticed that as I was watching it, thinking,
that's that talk.
Because I'm thinking, when can I show this to my son? Because he was mad that he couldn't come. Right? Mind you, he's 5. Like he's like mad because he couldn't.
F-bombs.
So now that
it's
I'm
an R-rated
hearing
movie, no matter what.
That absolutely, but just maybe sometimes I felt like they were there just to be there. I felt like The Sopranos sometimes.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, that's nitpicking. You know what I mean?
No, but there were just that too.
Yeah, there was a few that was just like that.
Profanity.
If anything, they probably be like, no, we don't got enough fucks.
Add another one.
We need another fuck. We need.
The other was, I feel like I've been anticipating this movie for so long that maybe it just fell a little short because of the anticipation.
Yeah.
Not to say it was bad. I mean, Lord knows there's been bad ones before this.
There's never been a perfect movie. Go ahead, and then I'll give my piece.
If I'm gonna expand on just a disappointment, it's probably gonna be the whole Hulk and Wolverine
not fight
was short lived, bro. The way they kind of teased to it, right, and like Easter egg, made it sound like, son, why is good? And there was
they always do shit like that. Though.
Just to reply to that, those were all scenes from, they were paying homage to comics, like when he was on the cross.
I know.
The fucking futuristic one.
I thought they were at least give
Apocalypse
you a little
Wolverine,
bit more.
the crazy hairdo, and
that was so fire.
Henry Cavill, Wolverine.
That was fire.
Spoilers. Those were all like somebody did a meme that showed all the comic book covers that they did those scenes for. But so that was my reply to that. So you had told me when you saw it, you had asked me, you were like, yo, did you see it yet? And then afterwards I told you, I saw it. I thought it was fire.
I wanted to bust your balls about the whole speaking to the fourth wall, right? Because he does it all the time.
You told me that you liked it, but
that's
you
why
were a little underwhelmed by it.
I wanted to bust your balls about the speaking to the fourth wall and why you don't like it in She-Hulk, but you like it in,
because he does it. I'll tell you why. Because Ryan Reynolds does it right.
He does it. He does it right. With it. He's amazing.
She-Hulk was not even fourth wall. It was a stupid wall. Like they were trying to be funny. They weren't mad corny, fucking twerking.
I was trying just to be anti.
Don't get me started on She-Hulk.
Just to be anti. I was like, up until the last like 3 episodes, I was like, I give up trying to defend this shit. This shit was so whack.
Thank you.
I still watch it. No, not defending it, but I still finished it because I finished it.
Because it's Marvel.
I half-assed. Like, I didn't even know.
And in fairness, it's not like I'm just picking on She-Hulk. I thought the ending, the Secret Invasion, was whack. Yeah. I thought like I got many complaints in the last year.
Secret Invasion shit too. I thought that shit was gonna be
again.
fun.
I finished it.
Me too.
I was like,
me too.
I fell asleep through a lot of the episodes, bro. I'm like,
me too.
And I just moved on to the next one.
But back to Deadpool, right?
Yeah. What's your take?
Overall, I enjoyed it. I give it 4.5 out of 5. Obviously,
4 mics.
The big reaction moments when he put his helmet on. Wolverine put his helmet on.
That was cool.
What do you call it? When fucking the whole squad shows up. When Blade shows up, that got one of the biggest reactions.
Yeah, I was hyped on that.
When Blade walks in the room and then fucking you see Gambit come throwing the card and you know what I mean?
That was
Channing Tatum.
You know,
that was funny. Yeah.
When Gambit started speaking and it was like, what the fuck?
Who's your dialect coach?
Yeah, the minions,
That's what I'm saying. Like he's hilarious. Like,
yo.
I like
see shit like that is
I like the
hilarious.
nod to 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
I liked all of it.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of it too.
A lot of
Yeah.
it.
The fact that Chris Evans came back as Johnny Storm. I
That
thought
was
perfect.
a big
That was
reaction
so
because everybody thought he
fire.
was Cap, right?
Yeah,
Everybody
and
thought
also
he was
he's
Cap.
been
You
talking
kinda
about
low-key
how he
thought it
won't
was 'cause it
return.
was
He's like, he's gonna say it,
Yeah.
and then he's fucking turns into the humans.
And he's been talking about how he won't return for Cap. He won't return for Cap. He won't return.
will.
So for
For
him to
Secret
actually
Wars.
return and then to return as I thought that was cool.
As a-
That's how you make a joke. Like, you know what I mean?
That's breaking, and then he's a potty mouth too. Like he's
Yeah.
talking mad shit,
Yeah.
dropping the post credit scene, talking all that shit.
Now, continuing on with Marvel, what do you think about this whole fucking Robert
wait,
Downey
but-
Jr.?
So, but I just want to say, like, the action set pieces were dope. The fight
Yeah.
sequences were dope. They had to have that battle with that whole army of Deadpools at the
himself,
end so
yeah.
that they could do that slow motion. They did that whole shot, that whole tracking shot,
Yeah, that's fire.
which I thought was fire.
Yeah.
When they fought in the car in the fucking in the minivan.
Between the two of them, he's wrapping seatbelts
Like
at the
he's
end.
like
after that.
he's like just putting him down, talking shit to him, and he goes, "I'm gonna have to fight you now." You know, there was so many good parts, man. I want to go see it again, and because when you see something like the second time, you catch it that you missed the first time around.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, especially that conversation we had about how he actually died. You know how Logan, that movie was.
Do you
in the
see any plot
future.
holes you want to address?
No, but it made me go back and I got the comics of all that, but
yeah,
shout out to my baby mama. She actually has all that stuff. She ain't
I still
got-
have a few. I got the
Let me-
Infinity Gauntlets.
And anyway, but he gets so much stronger when he has the adamantium stripped from him. How Wolverine is like almost becomes Omega level because he really remember he's constantly fighting the adamantium, keeping it at bay, right?
Yeah.
Constantly, but that's
Essentially,
how,
it's poisoning him and he's rehealing himself.
yeah, instantly. So it's like when that's gone, his claws come crazy. He becomes a little more savage, but next level strength, next level speed. Like it was
So
crazy.
the adamantium skeleton's holding him back, kind of.
Yeah, he's
certain
constantly
degree, it's like
rehealing.
he
he can't destroy shit
sacrificed
as much.
This for that,
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't ask for it, right?
Word.
But
Who did ask? Sabretooth asked for that shit. Once he saw that,
what do you
Yeah.
think of the whole TVA shit and
I thought it was a good
like that.
tie-in.
bringing that in?
It
I
was
was
a
like,
good tie-in.
finally, they at least use some of that Marvel fucking all these episodes of Loki and into something now where it was like, okay,
Yeah.
because the Kang is not gonna happen. Like,
Well, yeah,
It's
that
a
brings
wrap.
us to the next topic. Yeah,
But
they
I like
scrapped
that
Kang.
they was able to still use the ATV in it. I mean, too, if I'm gonna scrutinize the next level, then yeah, when what's her name, Xavier's sister, like how she could have
Cassandra Nova.
easily killed everybody.
Yeah.
So for her to get like kind of,
They put Juggernaut's helmet
you
on
gotta
her.
remember, look at it, kind of, she could read your mind, so she could know what's going on. I mean, things like that. You know what I mean? Like no one in the room could even fucking touch her because she's already gonna know what you're even trying to do or even thinking about. So
I think they had planned that though. They had already pre-planned getting Juggernaut's helmet on her, so maybe she didn't like.
then how they
maybe she
killed
could read your
Juggernaut.
mind. You have to be close to her for her to read your mind or some shit.
And then how X-23 killed Juggernaut, cutting his.
Yeah, that was a little
it's a little crazy, bro. He's supposed to be impenetrable.
Right, but
I wish
she
Vinny
hit his
Jones.
Achilles.
Vinny Jones would have came back to play the
but,
Juggernaut
I
from
mean,
from
Look,
X3.
from Snatch.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken, he can't because Juggernaut fought Wolverine, bro. And
But that's probably
he
his
stabbed
weak
him up.
point.
And how about I don't know.
She right? She hit him in his weak
it might
point.
be. I
gotta
don't know
look
too
into
much
that.
about them. I do know
gotta-
he's not a mutant. Like his power comes from
It's
magic, right? Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. So he has like a shielding over. He's impenetrable, bro. Once he has that, the only thing that is vulnerable is his head, but to psychic attacks. But
Right.
with that helmet, that shit, he's Gucci. So I look into that whether or not his maybe ankles were like fucking. This nigga got baby ankles and shit.
Maybe that's how he got it.
He's a fucking brute. This nigga could go through like a running train and split it in half. But
Yeah, he's supposed to be unstoppable. No
Well, I
matter
like that
what.
they
Once he
brought
comes
cut
out.
back-
his ankles. Like, get the fuck
They
out
brought
here,
back
bro.
X-23. I like that. Daphne Keene. So they might bring her back to do more.
But see,
future
because
Wolverine.
Deadpool is so off the wall with it, when you have these little kind of, if you're gonna call them little like script errors, or they could have done that better. They don't have to because
they broke $1 billion at the box office.
Quick.
They did it within a month, I guess.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
So it just goes to show, like I posted the other day, when you give the fans what they want and stop trying to fucking put a message out there and push agendas out there.
Do you think the fans want Robert Downey Jr. as fucking?
So now they announced Dr. Doom. They are not going to do the Kang Dynasty anymore. What convention was that? What convention was that? Comic-Con? Was it Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Or D23?
One of those. D23.
So they brought back. They're bringing Dr. Doom as the main villain, and it's not going to be Kang Dynasty anymore, and it's fucking Robert Downey Jr.
Even though
what do you
on
guys
some
think
comic
about
book
that?
shit, Dr. Doom fucking could slap around Kang and Thanos.
Well, Dr. Doom is very formidable. I for one, am bummed about the whole Kang the Conqueror thing.
Galactus, he fucking took all the G's down.
2 reasons. I like Kang as a character. I like Jonathan Majors as an actor. So I did want. Again, I know that Ant-Man and the Quantumania wasn't great, but I thought he was good in it. I thought he played the character good, and I'm a fan of his. So
I wanted to see more of.
Yeah, I wanted to see where they could have took it.
That he's gonna be the next Thanos. I need to see. It
was really a slow setup, though.
That's why.
Really
I didn't
slow
see this
setup.
shit.
Yeah.
You got me. You reeled me into at least stay. All right, what's the big surprise? Let me see this. And now I feel underwhelmed because of that. I'm like,
and I think it was such a slow setup that's why I think it's not more of a big deal that they're not going to use it, because it's like, we barely saw any of it to begin with. You're not even that far into it. As far as Robert Downey Jr., I think it's 2 things. I think it's them trying to appeal to the fan base who's they've been losing.
Villain now, bro.
Yeah, I think it does help them with their whole multiverse thing, which they're not abandoning. And I mean, at the end of the day, he's a good actor, so I mean, he'll make it work.
Do you think they might tie him? They got him on purpose to tie him in somehow with
Tony Stark?
As a Tony Stark variant.
I don't know.
Shit.
So
maybe there's something they're not telling us on purpose.
There's a few stories, right, in the comics. You got one storyline that, and this is crazy because this is definitely some Mandela effect shit, because I don't even remember the shit at all. But they say that there's a comics where it's Dr. Doom and
Superman
and fucking Tony Starks, right?
There is a Dr. Doom.
They were
crossover.
They were roommates in college. When the fuck that happened,
they
bro?
always do some shit like that.
When did I think that's a real Mandela effect, because I don't remember that shit
ever happening until now. Yeah.
Until now, I'm like, what? I was like pretty heavy into comics. When did that? Anyway, whatever. Maybe I wasn't that heavy into Dr. Doom, but anyway. So you got that, right? That they were roommates, and Tony Stark's flashy, had mad dough, blah blah blah, and he was struggling, and I think he did something. He almost got kicked out of. They were going to the same college, right? Some next level shit, and he created some shit where he could swap brains, and he swapped brains with or minds or whatever.
I think that's a little much to try to put on film, though. I mean, who knows? But that's far fetched.
So look at this is crazy. So Tony Stark became Dr. Doom, but he was still so fucking talented, bro, that he became so ill at Dr. Doom, and he became an Iron Man Dr. Doom and being good. And then Tony Stark's
that's interesting.
The Iron Man stood bad. And then when he was about to kill him, and he was finally, okay, I'll let you swap back to, he's like, nope. And he stood as Dr. Doom. It's crazy.
I think Dr. Doom's backstory is important. So I hope they don't
They're going to show that in the Fantastic Four movie.
With RDJ in it.
He's one of the main villains.
Yeah.
Against the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, so millennial RDJ.
Yeah,
but
we got to fit in with the young folk.
Well, anyway, I think Marvel's trying to turn things around. I heard some shit behind the scenes.
So
they got rid of a lot of.
How do you feel about that, though? Do you, like him being I think Dr. Doom is a villain, so he's obviously gonna be bad. Robert Downey, like one you cried for when he fucking, Infinity Gauntlet, bro. And he like,
I don't know how I feel about it, man. I have to see it. Like I have to see it in film and see
I'm not gonna
what they do with his character. Because now they want you to hate him after he just sacrificed himself to save the whole fucking universe.
It's crazy.
So it's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Hulk Hogan when he went into the world.
The
He became-
NWO, yeah.
NWO, son.
Hollywood
Order.
Ho- Hollywood Hogan.
Hollywood, huh? That's what I'm looking for.
They made a couple of other announcements. Sentry's going to be making an appearance in Thunderbolts.
Yeah, see, there's some
That's
leaked,
cool. I like
there's some
Thunderbolts.
leaked footage, not footage, but pictures of it. I'm looking forward to the Thunderbolts. Actually,
Yeah, me too.
I want to see what's going on with that squad.
There was
But back to the next two Avenger movies is not the Kang Dynasty anymore. It's going to be Doomsday. And then the one after that is Secret Wars. But there's got to be a lot of build up to that, like a lot of setups and
That's
all that
coming
shit.
out
And it's going to be
2026, right?
directed by the Russo brothers who
Right,
did Infinity War and Endgame and
Winter
the
Soldier.
Captain America movies. So they're putting their money where their mouth is. They're trying to bring in some help to, right the ship and get
And the
things
X-Men.
going again.
And the X-Men, I mean,
And then after that, like the whole mutants and the X-Men universe will kick in.
That'll be dope.
But I want to see how Deadpool ties into all of this shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, because if Deadpool is still thriving, then he'll be part of the, what was it, X
That's
Factor,
funny.
right?
He was trying to be an Avenger,
X-Force, but yeah, he was trying to be an
Oh,
Avenger.
the X-Force, right? Was it?
X-Force was his team, yeah.
Yeah.
but they all got killed. Well, he brought him back to life
In
though.
part 2, right? Oh,
You know
yeah,
what's
he
crazy?
saved them. He saved them, yeah.
That dude Shatterstar is ill. He's an alien. Like he's got the two katana swords. Like I have some old X-Force comics with him, and they underused that character. Like I wanted to see Shatterstar like
Go in.
and wreak havoc. No pun intended. But
You know what movie I caught? I just remembered Fly Me to the Moon.
Who's in that? Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson and,
And Gambit was
Channing Tatum.
Channing
Yeah.
Tatum.
He's in that shit too.
They might bring him back to do more Gambit shit.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see Furiosa, bro?
Nah,
Nah.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen
That
Furiosa.
shit was fucking so fire.
Well, they made fun of it in Deadpool.
Yeah, but they're like that's
Another
a weird way of paying an
fourth brawl.
ode to it of how amazing. Yo, that shit was fire, son. So fire.
It's a
definitely.
prequel to the Mad Max.
Mad
with-
Max, yeah. It made me want to go watch Mad Max. I never
Well,
seen
it's
Mad
with
Max.
the chick
Like,
that's gonna be no wait. I'm thinking of Anna Taylor-Joy. No, never mind. I thought she was gonna be the one playing Invisible Woman, but it's not.
No,
It's the
but
chick
she
from-
is in the Mad Max one, right? What was that?
She's in the
Furiosa?
Mad
Yeah.
Max, yeah.
she's in that too. Yo, that shit was fire, bro.
I want to check. I want to check it
It's
out.
definitely like some.
She's popping right now. She did the voice of Peach and in Mario. She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
She's hard. I think she's part Spanish or Argentinian or some shit.
Yeah.
Like she's half Latino.
She what else was dope that I just seen? Borderlands. That was kind of like some Suicide Squad. Like
That
kinda-
shit got really, really bad reviews,
yeah.
bro.
It
Super
wasn't-
bad reviews. It's based on a video game.
excuse me. It wasn't like, oh yeah, this is nah. It was like, okay, I'm home.
It got
I'm
really bad reviews.
Yeah,
Like
it wasn't all
terrible.
that. Did you guys like Watchmen?
Oh, you mean like the back in the day Watchmen? Yeah. I thought it was dope.
They got a new anime coming out now too. That's kind of dope, man.
House of Dragon finale. What'd you think?
I was underwhelmed. I thought it was a good filler episode, but not a finale.
Yeah, cliffhangers. Don't like cliffhangers when the
Especially
next one 2 years.
You gotta
yeah.
wait 2 years. Like
Certain cliffhangers is all right,
Yeah.
but cliffhangers that literally could lead to the very next episode, I wasn't feeling that.
yeah, a lot of people were bashing that shit because it's like it gives you flashbacks to how they ended Game of Thrones
Yeah.
with that shitty ending, and so I was like, because at one point they were planning on doing the Jon Snow spinoff.
Which
they were
never
planning-
happened. He said
So-
they didn't write anything compelling enough.
So they could have used that spinoff to fix some of the bullshit that from the ending of Game of Thrones because it continues the story, right?
Yeah.
Like he could have went and got Daenerys back. She probably could have got resurrected or whatever. Who knows? Some crazy.
Yeah,
but-
I don't. Yeah. Maybe
yeah, the
that's what
House
they
of the
wanted to
Dragon.
do. Maybe that's what they wanted to do, and they just really realized like they couldn't do that again.
Number one, the first season was 10 episodes. This shit was only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're having budget money shortage or whatever the fuck, but for a show like this, you need to put all your eggs in that basket.
It's becoming a trend though. You're seeing a lot more shorter episode
Yeah.
seasons for a lot of shows. They're not doing 10 necessarily. It used to be 12 or 13.
I'll tell you one
Back in the
show.
day.
Yeah. It was in syndication on regular TV. It was like 20 episodes. That's too much.
Well, that's different
Yeah.
though. That's like what do you call it? Like network TV.
Yeah.
But in terms of like cable or those kind of shows, it usually was 12 or 13.
One show that I recommend to y'all to check out is called I remember you said you liked that shit with Sylvester Stallone. What's it called?
Tulsa King comes back in September.
Tulsa King. So they got another show called Mayor of Kingstown. Similar. It's with Jeremy Renner.
You were telling me about that.
Yeah.
It's with Jeremy Renner. He's like he plays, man, how do I even explain it? But it's sick, bro. It's like a street crime,
like a fixer?
street crime drama, kind of like that. Like, so he has connections with the prisons, the gangs, the cops. Like, so he maneuvers through all that shit to try to keep balance in the town. There's always a power struggle, like the Russian mob, the Crips are always going at it against the Bloods. The cops got fucking crazy guys in the SWAT team killing people. So he's like the power broker. He's the one that works behind the scenes to get shit squashed. It's really good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Really, really dope show. I think that had a better finale than House of the Dragon.
What did I catch? The Boys. I'm still watching that. I'm almost done with that. That shit is kind of. You guys watch The Boys?
We will talk about it when you finish it on the next episode.
Oh, you finished it?
Yeah, that third. What season is it up to? 4?
6. Yeah.
4 seasons.
4th. Wow.
Have you been keeping up with it?
I haven't been.
Yeah, it's. I think they're stretching it a little.
Yeah, they're gonna finish it with the next seasons.
Oh, they got. So there's one more season.
Yeah, they're gonna do one more season.
I think it's gonna be like the son versus the dad. I think.
Well, I mean, he's powerful like him.
Yeah.
He's like Superman.
Almost. He's not there yet. Have you seen any of those like anime Homelander fighting? What's his name?
Yes, Omni-Man from Invincible. Have you seen Invincible yet?
I'm waiting for that shit to come back, man.
Yeah.
That's super gruesome, bloody, but the script is dope. The powering of. I like all those enchanted next level, martial art because it's pretty much kung fu, sci-fi kung fu.
Yeah.
Right? It really is just that. Even Dragon Ball Z. But,
any new music to shout out? New albums?
I just got on pause on his EP coming out. What's the name of that EP coming out?
Perpetual Living. Yeah. Ark just laid a verse for that. I got no date for that yet though. But as far as like new stuff that I've heard, shout out to my man Jake Palumbo. He just dropped an album called The Violence of Healing.
I like Jake shit, man. Shout out to
it's
Jake.
a dope album. It's a deep dive into like mental health and struggle and just getting stuff off your chest. And I think it's a dope listen. So if you get a chance, go listen to that. Violence of Healing is called. I thought it was dope.
Shout out to Jake. I remember, I think I met him mad years ago. He was just, I didn't even know he rhymed. He was an engineer.
Yeah. We was partners in the studio in Manhattan. Yeah, but he's got a lot of, like he's been dropping music for a long time, but
he's known, bro.
He does his thing, man. I'm a fan. That's why I checked out the album and I thought it was really good, bro.
Speaking of that, then too, shout out to Dozages and he drops. I think it's called The Severed Ear, and then the Bud tape that Dax is on that too. Did some I mean. It's already a little delayed, but we had the Architects album that Loom is finishing up and eventually will drop soon. Me myself I'm working on something, but I don't know how to present it yet. If it's gonna be, more to come.
Yeah.
More to come.
What about like any new albums, any new artists out there?
Music that I've been listening to,
but nothing that's caught my ear.
Mainstream. Man, what do you guys think
Taylor
about
Swift?
This Drake dropped what's that called? 100 gigs upon your head top. That's the name of that.
That supposedly leaked
with the accents.
Shit with mad
DK
files and mad.
Is he still throwing like jabs and shit?
Nah, he is moving on, bro. There's so much footage of him living life. I guess the summer, where he's just chilling and
partying.
Dope footage, a lot of dope footage, but catching him and uncanny, he's regular again. You know what I mean?
I guess you got to play it off like that.
Yeah, relate to the everyman.
You got to play it off like that, like it didn't phase you, bro. You know that shit phased
them. And then he dropped 3 songs, and they're all 3 different kind of genres. Yeah. So it looks very desperate. It looks like I gotta throw these 3 because these are different Drakes. These are all the different kind of Drakes. But now he's throwing out all 3 and seeing which one catches steam. And then he'll run through, because he also announced that he's doing an album with what's his name, his artist next door, right? Party Next Door. He's doing a joint album with him, but like, you know, people are still waiting for him to respond. I guess to They Not Like Us, right? Because he technically didn't respond to that.
I don't think
right?
he's ever gonna respond.
Yeah, I think
to
that's
it.
dead. I
But
think
like,
all that's dead.
yeah, because he removed
Maybe in the windows on social media, but other than that,
you know what? I don't even think he's doing that.
he does cryptic
Because
tweets and cryptic
what's his
posts
name,
and stories.
Kendrick, he has
What is that?
even his team.
Bathroom.
My bad. Even his team has dropped just saying shit like, oh yeah, he got mad songs in the clip waiting. So if Drake was to drop even an In Your Window, bro, that'll
There'll be a
warrant
response.
a fucking green light.
I would hope he feels like he don't need to respond anymore.
And if you listen to
Take
these
the
songs,
victory and move on.
he didn't say anything. Drake didn't say anything, right?
Right.
If there's one song called Up or some shit Up, and what's his name on there, 21 Savage, and it sounds a little like he may have said something, but it's just, you know, him, and I guess it's maybe to deflect. But I from what I heard, I didn't hear any subs with Drake, and it was a cool song. But to me, it's like they're really. I'm not that they're desperate, because you know they're business. They gotta see how do we get back into the mix of things, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta just throw music out. But the fans, it's not like when Jay-Z and Nas, where Jay lost, and you know, I think he bounced back much quicker than, and he didn't get the flack that Drake is getting right now.
No,
Right
no.
now, Drake has like communities of haters, and he has this alpha generation. Not like my son doesn't like Drake because of Kendrick now. So all these today hip hop born, you know, fans who come into Drake, they're coming into hip hop and liking hip hop, not liking Drake already. So that generation is just subconsciously, they're just not gonna feel Drake. They're gonna tend more to the you know, the Nas or the Nas than a Jay, which I wouldn't mind. You know, I don't hate on Drake. Drake is dope, but right now you're really seeing it in real time. Them seeing how do we revive Drake's career,
But
bro.
I think it's only a matter of time. That's just my opinion.
And then it was so ill that I don't think even Drake knew, because it may have looked a little impulsive. Drake dropped this project, right? Because he signed, and it also is going to speak to Kendrick's bars, where he's like, bro, you signed to somebody who signed. Because you look at Drake as so powerful, whereas Jay came and he took him removed. He put his own music out on his own. Everything is
Back when
under
it
him,
wasn't
right?
when it wasn't, you know,
Not, like,
something that was done. Yeah.
they said that if Drake was to stop making music or not be signed to a label,
The world would end.
you know, facts. The music industry will come to a halt, because he's
Their biggest,
like hip
He's their
hop,
cash
right?
cow.
Yeah.
So he signed to Lucius, whatever, you know that guy.
That guy got some shady fucking
DK
aura about him.
He's
that
like
a lot of
Lucifer
people-
and shit. He's the Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So
He's
and-
like his handler, right?
yeah, and he signed to him. So when he dropped his 100 pun your head top, you got to say with the accent.
You have to say
100 gigs pun your head top, because I'm sure that's the mentality he's tapping into, right? But
That OVO life.
but when he dropped that, right, and then they made him take them off and now put them where they could get streamed now, because they were like, nah, my G, like you can't just go and just drop shit.
Yeah. You
You
can't
need
just
to run it through the channels, and it has
right.
to
No
come
direct to
in.
consumer. Everybody needs to eat off it. Yeah.
Yep. So isn't that great? Like, so it it speaks to Kendrick's, you know, them saying, yo, we own you, bro. You know, you're owned too. You're signed to someone too. It also tells you, man, that everybody, you know, this industry is crazy, man. You know, we're at a point where the consumer doesn't really, they love the music, but they don't love it enough to buy it because it's streamed.
So
and it's
readily
free.
available. Yeah.
You just
Right.
download it. You don't need to buy it.
And I'm glad that there's a lot of artists talking about it now too, because even a Snoop came out, was like, I don't understand. Can someone and he's literally at one of those
Conventions,
and he's like, all right, so if I get billions of streams,
Why don't I have millions of dollars?
dollars?
Yeah.
And it's coming back to that conversation.
Things are gonna shift, and it's gonna remember when everything is new. It always works better for whoever's running it.
So they could get their money up.
Yeah, eventually things will shift, things will change. I mean, we're just in the process of it right now. I mean, my recommendation, if you make music, just make music, man. Eventually, having a fan base, having a fan base, having an audience, you find ways to do things, but you got to find that fan base, find that audience. I mean, it's not always going to be fair, and then it's always not going to be what you're used to. Some people master a system, and then when it changes, it fucks their money up. So, like he was even saying that, I sell one unit, I make 8 cents off of this one unit. I sell a million of those. I know exactly what I'm making. When you know exactly how it's going, and then that whole shit gets switched up, it throws a wrench into money that you used to. So
a lot of these artists are making bread off of shows and tours and concerts and shit like that. That's how the artist really eats nowadays, right?
Yeah, and back in the day, there were performing artists, and then there were recording artists, and you could make money just selling the music. It's not the case anymore. You kind of have to embrace it all. So
that's why I like that. Actually, we do have a little idea, and it'll be more to come on that too, Ped. We're gonna start creating some exclusive content where it's performance based, and we're just gonna cut it up. And only place you can find it is in places where you gotta come and support, man. If y'all spending 50, 60,
we're about to start a Patreon up in here.
A bunch of crazy corny shit. Spend a little $2.99 and you see.
And then maybe you get a live version of Easy Architecture, just as an example. Like that,
but it's a band. It's gonna be. I want
instead of copping that new polo shirt, go to Bushido 7, get some anime on you. You know what I'm saying? Like
facts,
man. Show some love.
Makes a great gift too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Last thoughts.
Love, peace, and happiness, man. Facts.
We kept it dry tonight.
Yeah,
no licky licks.
No. Hey, sometimes it's like that,
Wow.
Sometimes. Yeah. But yo, man, y'all know where y'all can come check us. OSNV, Old School New Vibes on all platforms. We're gonna be a little bit more present, I guess, in TikTok because that's just
that shit got to get built up. But thank you to everybody that watches, that tunes in, that supports, comments, engages, everything. We appreciate y'all. We do this for y'all, and we're going to keep building.
Shout out to the high end again, man. Thank you for having us.
That's it. Follow us, share, like, subscribe.
Yeah, bro.
Do all that, God.
Comment.
Peace.
Peace.